Hello and good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Done Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you know that I have a live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week, and also a writing or vlogging channel. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always email me at amanda@donephotodesign.com. Links for all of that can be found in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we are just going to be figuring out what you need to hear right now. What is it that Spirit wants to reveal to you today? So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1, 2, or 3. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. But please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, and your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, or those of you who selected the pyrite, this is going to be your message, what you need to hear right now, just anything that needs to come through. So we have here the card Simplicity, and we also have Forgiveness with the heart chakra here, and the crystal on the back is Malachite. So pyrite and malachite might be two crystals that you can work with at this time to benefit from. But the card here says forgiveness. You'll find freedom in forgiveness. Pairing this up with the simplicity card you have, this is letting me know that one of the ways you can simplify your life is to release some baggage from the past. Either baggage that you're still carrying around in your head or your heart, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and just releasing things that are no longer serving you or your current trajectory or the current path or the future path that you are looking to be on. This is about you releasing things that are just not serving you, all in all. And really connecting to that heart chakra. A lot of times we overcomplicate things when we are up in our head a lot. I know I'm guilty of that, but when we can get into our heart and into our bodies, it really does simplify things for us and really does point out the next step or the direction we should be going. You know, that word should, that's kind of a dirty word really, but we always beat ourselves up for the woulda, the shoulda, the couldas. And this is about really releasing yourself and really aligning with what is truly meant for you. So let's go ahead and get some tarot in the mix here for group 1. What do they need to hear? Just what messages need to come through right now? We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this is a very airy kind of card already. Very clarity driven, very communication, and Spirit does like to communicate through feathers. And we have the Six of Wands, so there's some victory here, you guys. As you clean up your lifestyle, clean up your habits, just clean up your heart chakra and forgive yourself, forgive others. This is really going to put you in alignment with something very exciting because we have a rainbow going on here. I know it's probably hard to tell on these cards. They are kind of difficult to read with the lighting here, but there is a beautiful rainbow here over the sand. First I thought it was like waves of water, but it's like that waves of sand, how the wind kind of creates waves in the sand. So maybe for a while you guys have felt your emotions just had ran dry, or life just felt very barren or void of life, void of creativity, but you're getting that back. It's like those cleansing waters that come right before the rainbow or during the rainbow. That is what's coming for you so that you can open your eyes. We have 2 eyes on the palms here. It's like opening your eyes. And we've got a hand here and 2 hands here. And those hands are an extension of that heart chakra. So this is about healing your life through maybe doing some sort of creative task or project or just a hands-on project. The Ace of Swords always does remind me of the 2nd and 3rd house like combined together, because the 2nd house is your speech, the 3rd house is, you know, communicating and doing things with your hands, social media, these kind of things. There might even be some success for some of you utilizing social media or online or just getting recognition for, you know, the things that you've been speaking about, or having a new beginning where you will be getting that recognition, that reward, that abundance for all that work and effort you've put in. All right, let's go ahead. I'm wondering how I'm going to lay this out. I think I'll put these here. We'll just do it that way. Okay, next step. Anything else we need to hear for group 1, please, Spirit? One more. Here it is. So we have here the cat. So cats might be playing a very important role in some of your life. I'm really picking up a lost cat. a cat that may literally have been lost, as in you don't know where it went, you don't know if it's dead or alive. This cat is checking in with you. Whether they are dead or alive, they're checking in with you. But those of you who your cat passed away, this could even have been many years ago. If you feel this really deep connection to a cat you used to have, this cat is tuning into your energy. You can tune into this cat's energy, and they are letting you know they are still with you. They love you. They're almost acting as like a spirit guide for you even. Especially those of you who had like a gray or tiger striped looking cat here. And I'm picking up a male cat energy specifically, but if your cat was female, don't disregard this message. It's still coming through. But there's a very dominant male cat who is very lovable and just let you know this cat was around when this cat was around. And this cat may even be letting you know it's around. But for those of you not looking for a cat message from a crossed over loved one, this really is just about really leaning into this relaxation and this independent spirit that you have deep within you. And I think many of you have been grinding, have been hustling, have been trying really hard to move out of feeling stuck in some way or another. But this is letting you know that you can relax and take time to step away from grinding all the time, to take care of yourself. Cats are always bathing themselves. Cats are like prime with self-care. So this is just a reminder, those of you who maybe have been neglecting some self-care, some hygiene, just really feeling good in the skin that you're in the mind that you have. This is about decluttering and, really doing that self-care to your auric field, your body, and also your home. Okay, we also have here the butterfly. I love this with the transformational energies of the simplicity and the spiritual kind of communication we got with the simplicity card here. Sorry, these are just not cooperating. There we go. Much better. But it says be ready to transform with wisdom. And this is all about taking all that you've learned from the past and applying it to your present and, of course, also your future by not allowing the past to hold you back, because you've learned from a lot of those lessons. And now my crown is tingling. So Spirit is letting you know that some of these things might come around, because that's how learning and how growing and healing really do happen, is in a spiral or in cycles, in circles. It almost feels like we're going in circles at times. But Spirit is coming through to let you know that even if this lesson comes around again, you're gonna, breeze past it with flying colors, because you have learned the lesson. And that's the reason these things come around again, is just to kind of check yourself before you wreck yourself, just to see, has group 1 gotten the message? And you guys have. You really are transforming your lives using the wisdom from the past for your present and your future. So let's get a couple more messages for group 1. What do they need to hear right now, please, Spirit? Ooh, we got 2 right here. Yes, they definitely are coming through with this message of self-care, because we have here with the last quarter moon in Cancer, take a breather. And I felt very rushed, like, oh, I'm talking so fast during your reading. So maybe you guys are, the downloads are coming in, the ideas are coming in, or you feel like time is running out in some way, that you have to hurry and get everything out there. Take a minute, let's all just slow down, me, myself included. Let's just slow down for a second and take some breaths, just maybe even pause this and take a couple of breaths to really center yourself, relax yourself. It feels so good, doesn't it? But I'm like picking up on your energy when I channel these messages. So I've been feeling like, oh, I just gotta get the message out. But then with the Find a Balance card here, with the Libra, this is really indicating your relationships, your career quite possibly, just what you do or feel like you're doing with this sense of passion in your life, or just the different areas of your life. Maybe one or more areas have gone off balance. We've got a lot of good balance here. We've got balance with the scales here, and this person is like balancing this sword on their hand. So it's all about simplifying your life, maybe cutting out those extraneous things and projects that maybe aren't really lending to your life currently. Doesn't mean you can't pick these projects up again or these relationships up again, but maybe just letting people know, hey, I just need a minute. I need to take a breather. I need to get my life back on track, or I need to figure out what my priorities are. And then, hey, we can hang out next month or whenever I get this stuff figured out. But this is all about finding balance. And wherever Libra and Cancer specifically are in your chart, these are 2 very important areas where you're being asked to find that balance, to not work so hard or take so much time off, because again, it's about balance, but also making sure you are taking time out. You're not just grinding all the time. So that is your message, Group 1. I hope that this message resonated for you. Please let me know below what you thought. Any stories you want to share, I always love to hear from you guys. And I just wanted to say thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, your super thanks. That always means the world to me. And I hope to see you right here, back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, or those of you who selected the Celestite, this is going to be your message, what you need to hear right now, or just whatever it is that you need to know. So we have here the Signs card, which is the third eye chakra, and the crystal here is lepidolite. And it says signs. There will always be signs to guide you on your path. And then we have leadership. So many of you may be stepping into this role of leadership, or you've already been on this role of leadership, and some of you may even feel a little lost or like, man, who am I to guide anybody? I can barely guide myself sometimes. And even if you don't feel like that, maybe you're just feeling a little lost on, what are your next steps to guide your family or your friend circle or the people at work. You don't necessarily have to be in a leadership position. It's just energetically speaking, you are a leader because you are from higher realms. You are somebody who's very empathetic and you want to see good in the world. You want to see the best in other people. And a lot of times you may have been burned in the past because you just trusted other people or gave people the benefit of the doubt. And sometimes you want to harden yourself and just be like, I'm just going to only listen to myself and not listen to what other people say. But then there's that empathetic part of yourself that steps forward again and says, no, I want to include everybody. But there are signs. There are signs that are guiding you for your next steps, or if you're asking for a very specific sign, it's coming for you very soon. Your guides are working very closely with you at this time, and they want you to succeed. They want you to move forward with something that you've been maybe putting on the back burner or struggling with, or just not feeling good enough or adequate to make this thing happen in your life or to step into this role of leadership. But let's get some tarot in the mix just to see what else you need to hear right now, group 2. Is anything else you need to know at this time? And we have here the Sovereign of Cups or the Queen of Cups. Yes, there's that empathy coming right on through, checking in. And the Death card. Okay, listen. I am loving this combination because something that may have happened in your recent past or is about to happen for you is acting as a catalyst to really help you ease your emotional burdens or baggage. And this was a bit of a theme we had going on with the transitional energies in group 1 as well. So if you were also directed to group 1, feel free to check that out. But this combination is using your state of feeling or emotion to help you through the transitions of life, going from someone who's following the words and wisdom and advice of others, and then instead going within and really leaning on yourself or depending on yourself or being a leader in your own life or doing things your own way. You're transitioning to something that feels much more emotionally fulfilling. This combination is giving me an 8 of Cups vibe. It doesn't mean you have to leave your job or your relationship or the situation that is unfulfilling to you currently. It just means that you guys are closing out one way of being in this situation, this relationship, this career, whatever it is, and finding a more beneficial to you way of doing things in said relationship, career, or situation. But others of you may be knowing or have known for a while that the writing is on the wall with a specific, I'm seeing specific job or career, and also for others of you a relationship that you know needs to end, but you just it was never the right time to end it, or you just didn't really know how to go about ending it. But I'm really feeling that this transition or this death of this relationship or career is going to be a very natural transition. Either this person or job is laying you off and you're getting a severance, or you find another job so you just can move on to the next, or you're moving away, the other person's moving away, whatever this looks like. I'm seeing a major mixed bag because, collective reading, general reading, so I don't want to just dive into one specific scenario here, but wherever you fall on this spectrum, you guys there is a natural evolution or path unfolding before you that you're taking the next step, and it's just the most logical next step for you to take, that the other person or the career or whatever it is doesn't take personally, you pulling your energy back. Okay, what else do we have that group 2 needs to hear? What do they need to know right now, please, Spirit? Oh, here it is. All right, so we have here the Llama, set clear boundaries and enforce them. And that's what many of you are doing to really tune into or step into this role of leadership is you're just taking control of your own life. You're not allowing others to direct what you do, who you hang out with, where you spend your time. You're the one taking leadership or control over that area of your life and setting boundaries, and not just setting boundaries, but actually enforcing them. So we also have the bee, spread heart healing with joy. That is so beautiful. And of course, bees work very hard. They barely ever rest. They're always grinding. And we did kind of have that message coming through in group 1 about the need for some balance, the need for a little bit of rest. But I see you guys with this transition phase. Those of you who have felt stuck, it's like you can finally move forward and there's just not enough hours in a day because you're so excited to get on to the next thing, But maybe some of you have been feeling like, I don't even know what the next thing is, or how am I going to know what direction to take my life? Well, very soon, Spirit is letting you know with these signs that they are sending you what your next steps are. And along the way, as you're living from this state of joy, passion, creativity, abundance, happiness, joy, I know I said joy already, but like joy, you are spreading so much healing and love, and it's like contagious. It's like when someone yawns, it's contagious, but you are spreading this beautiful, contagious joy that is really especially affecting those that you see every day or those that you are in their aura regularly. It's really helping their lives as well. Or they're maybe even asking you like, what are you doing different? You look better, you're glowing, your energy, you just feel so lighthearted. They will come out and compliment you on the changes you've made or just how you're glowing. It's just a beautiful energy. All right, so what else does group 2 need to hear, please, Spirit? Ooh, here we go. We have, yes, you tied. You are tied to group 1 because we had this card in group 1 as well. Let's just see what else is coming through for group 2, what they need to hear right now. So yes, the last quarter moon in Cancer card, take a breather. There is this need to just kind of slow down a little bit. Yes, I know some of you are gung-ho to get going on that next step of life, but that doesn't mean you can't go gung-ho, but also balance that out by taking some time for yourself, for some self-care, to do things you enjoy, to keep that joy rolling in. But I think many of you are actually enjoying, the work at hand, whether that's being a parent, whether that's a new career, or just a reignited passion in your career or a relationship. You're just ready to do the work. You're ready to put the effort in, and it's exciting to you. But also make sure you're balancing that out with time to take the best and utmost care of yourself. And then we have trust the universe, and I love this coming in with the signs card here, that third eye chakra. This is the first quarter moon in Aquarius. So we have Aquarius and Cancer, so wherever those signs are in your chart, whatever houses they rule. And also the moon rules the sign of Cancer, and Saturn rules the sign of Aquarius in Vedic astrology, and it's Uranus in Western astrology. So whichever one you follow, look where your Uranus/Saturn is placed and where your moon is placed, or where these planets are transiting in your chart. I know the moon moves pretty quickly. It's like 2.5 days or so in each sign, something like that. But find out where these things are transiting, where these planets are in your chart, and that's really going to be a great indication on where you need more trust and where you need some downtime, or to be able to take a breather and just be a human being and not a human doing all the time. So that is your message coming through group number 2. I hope this resonated for you. Please let me know below what you thought. Any stories you want to share, I always love to hear from you. The engagement on my channel has completely disappeared, so any and every little like and comment really do help. And thank you so much to those of you who've been sending the super thanks. I don't get paid much at all for doing this channel, and I love being here with you guys, and every little super thanks really does help me continue to at least put out a little bit of content here and there for you guys. Thank you so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and of course those super thanks. It's so appreciated, and I really do hope to see you back here at the Den Creative. Alright, bye! Alright, group number 3 are those of you who selected this petrified shell. We've got some crystal activity going on in here. We got the nautilus, the spiral, very amazing energy. And not only that, I don't know if you can hear, probably not, but we have thunder rolling in. We've got a summer storm coming in, and I want to get this video completely finished and filmed before possibly the power goes out. Maybe there's a message in that for you, that some of you may feel like, there's something rolling in and you have to hurry and get something done, because if you don't, something might crash or something might not go according to plan. But let's see how that integrates into your message here. So we have the tourmaline card with trust and beautiful tourmaline on the back here. And this resonates with the third eye and trust. It says, trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. And you have the taking risks card as well with the falcon or hawk. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to get a close up here so let you guys determine what kind of bird of prey that is. I'm pretty sure it's a bird of prey of some sort. Big bird. Big bird, not from Sesame Street, but you know what I'm saying. Yes, this is all about taking risks and trusting those risks. Of course, I never condone anything life-threatening on this channel, so taking risks according to your comfort level, whatever that means to you, trust your intuition with any risks you're taking, whatever risk taking looks like for you. This could just be as simple as asking somebody out or asking for that raise. I keep getting the word asking. It's like asking for what you deserve or asking for what you want, because you do deserve what you want. You want it. A lot of times, if you truly do want it from your heart, it is because your soul desires for you to have it in some way, or to go after it, or to accomplish it, or to experience it. So let's see what else we have with your tarot cards. Anything else Group 3 needs to hear right now? I just heard time is of the essence as well, because we are kind of on a race against the storm here to get this reading done before power might go out. It rarely does go out, but there's just maybe that chance it could, that we're kind of racing against here. And we have the Ace of Swords. This came out in another group number 1, and this is all about getting clarity. So some of you are getting clarity and able to trust your intuition, where maybe before your intuition felt very cloudy, or you're unsure of what is your intuition, what's your mind, what's your head, what's going on here. And I do have a whole playlist of intuition tests or intuition exercises. I think there's 31 videos in that playlist. Some of you may have actually found my channel through those exercises, but if you hadn't known about them, feel free to check those out to help strengthen your intuition. And also setting the intention before you start that series that you are strengthening your intuition, that you are tuning into your intuition, because setting our intention is everything, especially when we are trying to trust our next steps in life. Setting the intention that everything is working out in our highest good it's chef's kiss. It's exactly what we should be doing. Instead of just feeling tossed to the waves of life, when we set some intentions, even if we don't always hit that mark, at least we're setting that intention that there's something we're working toward. So we also have your strength. I love this, because at the heart of this card is embodying your own higher self, or tuning into that inner strength and taming that lion within, or that ego, putting that ego in check, and really tuning into your own higher self, or your higher aspect, your soul, and allowing that intuition to speak through this Ace of Swords, allowing your higher self, your guides, angels, crossover, loved ones, source, God, the universe, whatever it is that calls to you, to come through you, and for you to be able to utilize their wisdom, their information, their energy to create a beautiful life for you and those around you. All right, let's get some additional guidance. What else does Group 3 need to hear, please, Spirit? Ooh, we got 2 here, but this one wants to come out as well. Ooh, you guys get 4. And here I am trying to speed the reading up so we don't get stormed out, but we have here the cow. And let me get this here. It says, give with unconditional love and grace. And cows are a very motherly, very nurturing energy. And also cows are revered in some cultures as this sign of abundance and fulfillment. And it's a very empress energy. We also have butterfly, which came out in another pile. I think it was Group 1. So you guys really, both other piles that were not Group 1 were tied to Group 1. So maybe Group 1 is just the collective message. Wow, very interesting. Hopefully I can fit all the cards on here I want to. But then we have the giraffe, aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. And it's very interesting because he has kind of this bird's eye view, and we have the bird's eye view here. Being able to see the bigger picture is something that's really coming through, and realizing with that whole time is of the essence message that we got earlier, that you're able to see the bigger picture and realize that you don't have to have everything accomplished by a certain time, or, of course there are time frames where we need to get certain things accomplished in, or do in a certain amount of time, but I think you guys really are coming to realize that not everything has to be accomplished right now, or you don't have to be 100% self-actualized and perfect right now. That's something you're working toward in this life. And we also have hedgehog, be a magnet for love, light, and joy. This message of joy really is ringing out through all 3 piles. specifically tied to group 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was group 1 with that joy card. This is really beautiful energy, and you are taking risks to really step more into your full embodiment, that's the word I'm looking for, embodiment, and not feeling like you have to dim your light and, you know, if everyone else is mad, now you gotta be mad. No, this is you kind of standing as that pillar of light, regardless of what everyone else is saying, doing, feeling, being around you. This is you being a magnet for love, light, and joy. And that magnet, it's you attracting more of that to yourself, but that magnet really is your own higher self acting as that magnet within you to attract it to you. So one little thing you guys can do is every morning when you first wake up, just ask your higher self to be in charge of your decisions, the risks that you're taking, allowing your intuition to really sing to you throughout the day instead of you just kind of scratching your head like, is that me as an ego or is that my intuition? I'm not sure. But just setting the intention that your higher self is coming along for the ride is really going to cut out a lot of that confusion that you've had because you've set the intention that your higher self is in charge of the decisions you're making. All right, what else does group 3 need to hear, please, Spirit? We have here, take inspired action, and that's exactly what you're doing. And the word take here, we've got taking risks and take inspired action. Is that cut off? A little bit, but I think we can still see it. Let me just do one of these moves. Okay, there we go. So taking is a divine feminine energy. So you guys are in like receptive mode or take mode. You know, there's a time to give, there's a time to take. You guys are in this receptive or taking energy. And it's not like you're taking away from anyone else. It's like you're taking what you deserve, what you've worked for. That masculine, divine masculine energy you've put forth to the universe is now returning to you as that receptive energy. All right, what else? And we have the full moon in Virgo. I can't remember if I read that. What else do we have? One more. What do they need to hear? Group 3. And we have the new moon in Capricorn. So they're both earth signs. Wherever your Capricorn and your Virgo are in your chart, this is a really good place for you to know where you're taking this action and where you're stepping up and leading. And this depiction, the depiction of it, where is it? Here we are, is very similar to what we had in group 2. So some of you may have also been guided to select group 2, but they're all talking about leading or leadership. Very interesting. So let me just set this here. So you're finding ways to take risk, to step up in your own life, step up, level up in your own life, really relying on your higher self to take inspired action, to be able to give with unconditional love, to aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom and see that, bird's eye view or the bigger picture of your life, to be able to be that magnet for love and joy and transform through any difficulties, any obstacles in your way. Group 3, this was powerful, and I'm hearing the thunder rolling in again. Haven't seen any lightning yet, but it's kind of in my peripheral vision anyway through the window there. But yeah, lightning is going to strike as in a beautiful idea. And then you're going to be able to take inspired action from this idea or this guidance from your own higher self to really make your life a living ball of joy. It's beautiful. So I hope that message resonated for you, group number 3. Please feel free to let me know below any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys. And the engagement on my channel is pretty low yet again. So any little comment, like, or engagement with the video really does help. And your super thanks, those of you who've sent the super thanks or used the thanks option here on the video, I can't even tell you guys how much that really does mean to me. It really helps me keep this channel going with the low viewership that I've had. It allows me to put out this free content for you to keep going. And I love you guys so much. I just wanted to say thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, group 3, right here back at the Done Creative. All right, bye.